Welcome to Zohar class. Welcome back to Zohar class after holidays. Shana Tova. Bezrat Hashem, we're going to have a wonderful year full of health, happiness, success for all. We are in Portion Noah. Portion Noah is the famous story of Noah with the flood. And we just started the month of Scorpio. We had a new Hebrew moon of Scorpio, and the portion Noah always fall at the beginning of the Scorpio. It's not an accident. Scorpio is a month of drama, month of chaos. There is a lot of not so good characters that show themselves. That there is no rest, there is no calmness. It's full of excitement, full of reactiveness. And Noah, the Hebrew meaning of Noah is to be still, to have shalom, to have inner peace. So the Torah, with its amazing wisdom, on the month of full of chaos and full of excitement, want to teach us how to stay calm. Before we get to the portion of Noah, which means, come from the word menucha in Hebrew, it's talking about shalom. We just started the Torah. We just started a new year. What kind of a new year it is that the God create the world and it's all good and it's beautiful, and all of a sudden, at the very beginning, there's this talking about destruction. So first of all, we don't have no beginning and end. There is no such a thing as beginning and end. It's circles. Is going back. We are going in circles. Like everything else on this planet, in the space, it's all circles. It's all going back. But we are hoping to have a better year, to have an aliyah. We don't want to have the same year. Anybody wants the same year like last year with the challenges, with the issues? No. Obviously not. So there is no beginning and end. It's just another cycle for us. And at the new cycle, the Torah is talking about have peace. Before we even get into the Torah, all these wonderful stories of the Torah, Moshe, Yaakov, Avraham, he says, start this year with peace. Start this year with peace. Noah, inner peace. Be calm. It's okay. How we can do that? We are carrying so many challenges from last year. Is the challenges stopped? If the issues with people or health or business stops? No. It still keep going. So how can I have peace with all these baggages I'm bringing from last year? We talk about it a little bit on Yom Kippur. We keep wishing for each other, Happy New Year, have a wonderful New Year. But the Torah is telling us you cannot achieve anything if you don't have inner peace. If you're not calm. If you're not relaxed. So we have to go back. Let's go back to the story of Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, and Sukkot. During these holidays, we ask for forgiveness. We said, I did wrong, I made mistakes, I did sins, and we ask for forgiveness. And in the end of Yom Kippur, we got a verdict, right? Chatima Tova, we say Chatima Tova. We get a verdict, what's going to happen to us for the next year. Guess what? There is this rule, as above, so below. In our court system, when the judge gives you the verdict, you have a chance for what? You have a chance for appeal, right? So the same thing in the spiritual world. It's not done by Yom Kippur. It's not over. We have a chance to appeal. And it's an automatic system that appeal for us. and we have a chance until Chanukah. So we're going to send the appeal, like let's say, as we know, there is no punishment. They said, for next year you're going to have 50 lights in your bracha. You're going to have 50 light or bracha for the next year. And we put the appeal, no, we want 150 or we want 500 bracha for next year. Why only 50? So now we are in the period of appeal. We want to have more blessing. And we have a chance until Chanukah. And then, how this appeal works, right after such a wonderful holidays, they give us this month of Scorpio. Don't let it fool you. For the past 2 days was wonderful because it was Rosh Chodesh. We have a tough month ahead of us. All the negativity that's still within us, that we didn't cleanse during the holidays, something is going to happen that is going to trigger. It's going to bring it out. If I didn't cleanse my jealousy, if I didn't cleanse my anger or my hate or my controlling, then something going to trigger us during the month of Scorpio. So our appeal is not going to get accepted. So I want you to look at this in a different angle now. The holiday is over, but we still have a chance to ask for more blessing, for more barakah until Yom Kippur, until Chanukah. And these blessings is not going to come because I'm going to pray for it. It's going to come because I'm going to correct myself. You think when you are standing in front of Hashem, He says, you know what, sorry, I made a mistake. I'm angry. I promise I'm not going to be angry anymore. You think you are fooling Him? He knows exactly how much anger you eliminate and how much anger you're still going to carry to the next year. So He gives you a chance. Or controlling, or jealousy, or whatever, depression. So we promise He's not going to do it again. And we are in appeal time. So many scenarios going to happen, so many challenges in the next month. Let's remember, it came to test you. It came to take away the appeal from you. We want much more barakah. We want much more blessing. Now, we are going to a new year, new cycle. What am I going to do with all these my challenges? Or how you want me to forget about them? How you want me not to acknowledge them? How you want me to start a new year, a new cycle with all whatever happened to me last year? The mistake we did, the sins we did, the خطاهایی که کردیم, whatever. How are we going to get rid of those? And how can we not carry the guilt for the next year? I done something wrong, and I don't want to carry the guilt for next year. As long as it's in my head, I cannot have a better year. So it's question of emunah, question of faith. We talk about it in Yom Kippur. When we talk about faith or emunah, it's not like you have faith or you don't have faith. It's a long spectrum of emunah. In one spectrum, chas v'shalom, we don't believe in God, or we believe everything happened to us is accidents, everything happened to us is because I'm lucky or unlucky. And in the other end of the spectrum, the level of emunah is that one leaf doesn't leave the tree without the Hashem's will, without the Hashem's Creator's will. And where are we? We are somewhere in between. Obviously, we believe in God, but our faith is not as strong as believing that the leaf doesn't leave the tree without the Creator's permission. We are somewhere in between. But we are hoping to push our belief or faith toward that everything is in the hand of the Creator. Now the question is, this mistake that I did last year, this horrible thing I did last year, the mistakes, the sins, I was hateful, I was full of anger. How can I cleanse that? How can I not carry it for another year? And the solution comes from Rabbi Ashlag, is amazing. He says that everything was designed by the Creator. Whatever you did, whatever mistake you did, whatever sin as bad and as ugly and as horrible it was designed by the Creator for you. You know, He want to teach you a lesson. He want to show you something. He want to give you a message. So don't think that it was me that I made a mistake. Don't think it was me that I made the sin. Don't carry it with you to the next year. It was designed by the Creator. And of course, we cannot fool Him. We cannot go do the same mistakes, and we cannot do the same sins and saying, oh, you know what, the Creator wants me to do it. No, it doesn't work that way. You cannot fool the system. But whatever happened to you, whatever you did wrong, it was designed by the Creator. Usually, whatever we do comes from lack. If I'm lacking something, then I go make a sin. If I'm lacking money, if I think I have a lack of financial, I go steal something. If I think I'm lacking acknowledgement or appreciation, I go and I get angry and I demand appreciation. So whatever we did came from a lack. And lack in Hebrew means chisaron. Chisaron. And the root of it is chas. And the chas is equal to word chaim. No wonder we're talking about chaim. Chaim ben Haridoch. So the numerical value for chas is chaim. The same thing as chaim. Samech is equal to yud, yud, and mem in Hebrew numerical value. He says life comes out of lack. Life comes out of a mistake. Life comes out of the sin. If you did something horrible, you realize how bad it is, then you're going to start a better life. All of us, we are here because something horrible happened to us. And look at the beautiful life we found. So the life, the goodness, the light, the beracha, we find Torah only after we have some kind of a lack or a mistake or a sin we did. So, one way to leave behind all the guilt, all the sadness, all the depression, what happened and why I did it and why they did it to me, just tell yourself it was designed by the Creator, so you can find life. So, the Torah is teaching us, start your year with menucha, with Noah, with peace, with shalom. And that's how we're going to do it. But go back, whatever we are still carrying with ourselves, so you know what, that was a design, the Creator's design, that's why I'm here. So now we got to the portion, now we're learning that we have to start a new year with a peace. Starting a year with the peace doesn't mean I'm going to be no action, I'm not going to be active, I'm not going to do anything. That's not the meaning of it. We're going to be full of action. We're going to do so much, but everything's going to come from inner peace, not from being reactive, not from being angry about something happened to me last year or the year before. One of the secrets of Noah, I usually don't like to get involved in the stories of the Torah, but this story is beautiful. Noah, he had all the animals within his ark, right? Did you ever ask yourself how the snake and the lion and the deer and the cat and the bird and the mouse, and how did they get along? How come they didn't fight? How come they didn't eat each other? They were in stage of peace. They were in stage of Noah. They were in stage of inner calm. So how could Noah put all of them together? Because they were all calm. They were all had peace. They didn't feel any void. They didn't feel any lack. They didn't feel any negativity. They felt fulfilled, happy. I am who I am. It's okay. Life is beautiful. So the stories of the Torah is wonderful, but it's the story of our life. Our body is the ark, and we have all the animals within us. We have all the animals within us. You know where we know it from? In the Bereshit, last parasha. God put all the animals in front of Adam, and he says, you name them. So he named them lion, cat, dog. How do you name something? You name something only if you have it, only if you know that's the characteristic of it. Hebrew is an amazing language. In Hebrew, cat doesn't mean cat. Cat means the character of that animal that has. So Adam, he had all the animals within him. He recognized them. That's why he could name them. Come on, we don't call each other names of animals. We don't call each other chas v'shalom donkey or snake or cow. We don't call each other. Where does it come from? So we have all the animals within us. If you steal my money, all of a sudden the snake comes out. You know, hey, you stole my money, I'm going to bite you. If, I don't know, I don't like to move, maybe because I'm acting like a cow. You know, I'm lazy. So all the animals within us, and they get triggered when a challenge or a situation comes in front of us. We have to learn how to bring peace, to all the animals within us. We want to act like human. We don't want to act like the animal, the nefesh behemi that there is within us. So the great secret of the portion of Noah is talking about this catastrophe, this hurricane. Everybody knows the story of Noah, right? Hazrat Noah. Guess what? Where is that catastrophe? Where is that hurricane? It's right here, it's right around us. Who doesn't have a challenge in his life? We all do have these challenges in life. And the Torah is teaching us the only way you can save yourself from all this chaos out there, from all this craziness out there, is to build yourself a teva, build yourself an ark, and control and bring peace to all the animals within yourself. So, by the way, what else we call ark? We call the boat that Noah built ark. We also call the ark of the Torah, where we store the Torah. So there is a consciousness that we can build the ark for ourselves to protect us from all this chaos and all these hurricanes out there, and we are surrounded by them. You know, most of the time we just recognize the chaos that we see. Rabbi Shimon in the Zohar says, if we could see all the negative forces around us, we would die. It's so frightening, it's so scary. If we would see all these dangers, all these, negative forces around us, we wouldn't be able to function. So we need protection from seen and unseen. Let's read a section from the Zohar that talks about this. It's an amazing section. We are in section 197 in portion Noah. 197 is page 378. Page 378, section 197. Is a very harsh language the Zohar is talking about. It's talking about the chaos and the danger and the negative forces out there. And then we're going to learn how we can protect ourselves. So we're reading this section by this kavanah to bring protection. Like the ark bring protection to Noah, we want to learn how to bring protection to ourselves for the next year. So page 378, book number 2, section 197. והיינו דקאמר רבי שמעון, כל ברנש דהינה בישה, אינה המחבלה ושרה עליו, ואייהו מחבלה דעלמה אקראי, ולבאה ליה לאנוש לאסתמרה מניה, ולא אתקרבה בהדיה דלה יתזק, ועשי למקרב בהדיה באתגליה משום אחי, מאיש רע עין באי לאסתמרה מניה, מקמא מלאך המוות על אחד וכמה וכמה. Rabbi Shimon said that every person who has the evil eye has upon him the eye of an angel of destruction, who is called the destroyer of the world. Therefore all should be aware of such a person and not come close to him. By avoiding him one shall be protected. It is forbidden to openly approach such a person, exposing ourselves to his evil eye. If he must be aware, a person with the evil eye, so much more must be aware the angel of death. And hide ourselves on the day of the wrath of Hashem. The Zohar is using a very harsh words. He's using the names of evil eye and the negative angels. What is the Zohar is talking about? You know, we all heard about evil eye. Evil eye, according to this section of the Zohar, is not something from outside. Evil eye is something that we create. We create the evil eye. Evil eye is not related to somebody negative or somebody that talking or acting in a negative way. We are the one that create the evil eye. Where this evil eye is coming from? And we're going to talk about the red string also. The evil eye is coming when we have lack. When I feel that there is a lack in my life. I don't have enough money, I don't have the right house, I don't have the right education, I don't have husband, I don't have wife, I don't have children. When we feel like we have a lack, when we feel like I don't have something in the physical world, right away I try to fill up that lack by looking outside and see who has it, or who has blessing, or who has something that I don't have. And that's create evil eye for ourselves. We always learn that evil eye is, there's a negative person going to look at me in a bad way, I'm going to get hurt. The Zohar says that's not how it works. It starts from me feeling lack. I don't have something, and we all have some lacking something in this life. We all lacking something, we all feel void somewhere. So if I have a lack, if I have a void, if I'm missing something in the physical world, automatically I react by looking at who has it. And that's trigger jealousy, that's trigger, why not me, why him? And this is where we bring the evil eye to ourselves. This is where we become vulnerable. This is where we are not protected. We are not in that teva of Noah anymore. So all the problems starts when we feel like we are not in peace. Can you imagine we all have days that we say, you know what, Baruch Hashem, my life is wonderful, I don't need anything. And like Amir Jun says, the reason we feel that way because somebody is praying for us. And it's so true. There is some days we don't lack anything, Baruch Hashem, everything is wonderful. This is the day we are protected. We are not in danger from outside. The day that I feel like, oh my God, look at my business, look at my house, look at my family, nobody respect me, nobody acknowledge me, I'm missing a car, I'm missing a house. This is the moment that we open ourselves to evil eye and we start looking outside. So what we need this is the human nature. This is the formula. The moment we feel lack, right away we want to fill it up with energy. The moment I feel I don't have something, I want to fill it up with something. And I look outside, our eyes is open constantly, and we see everybody has something that I don't have. So the moment I feel lack, the moment I feel I'm missing something, then I'm looking at other people with a jealousy. That's a human's nature. There is a beautiful sentence. It says, if someone blessing trigger pain in you, that's the beginning of trouble. I'm going to repeat it. If someone's blessing trigger pain in you, that's the beginning of Ain Hara, the evil eye for ourselves. How many, in the past years, we talk about everybody has a different gift. Everybody has a different blessing. We are not supposed to be the same. If we all would be the same, there wouldn't be a movement. So we all have our own gift. And we have to be in peace, satisfied, fulfilled, complete, shalom, the way the Creator designed my life. Everything is okay. Everything is beautiful. So, if you are rushing, if you are full of chaos, if you are reactive, we want to achieve, we want to do, it's all fine. You should achieve everything in life, but with peace, not with feeling void. Am I clear? Is it clear? You know, that lack, that the Farsi is kambud, I love that word. That lack of void we feel is suck the energy from ourselves. If you woke up in the morning and you say, look at my house or look at my life, the day is over, you don't have energy to go on. It suck the energy. This void, we spoke about it before. This lack and void, it doesn't have an end. It's bottomless. As much as energy you put in it, it never get filled. That lack or void we feel would never ever get satisfied from outside. It's going to only get satisfied from inside. There is a beautiful sentence in Hebrew. It says, Adam met v'chetzi ta'avato beyado. It says, after 120, we all die, but we're still going to carry a lot of desires and a lot of lacks with ourselves. That's a human's nature. That's what Shema Israel says. Twice we read it tonight. He says, don't fall for your eyes. Look at your own blessings. We want to live a life. It's a great sentence in Hebrew. It says, Mashpia velo mushpa. We want to live a life that we are affecting, not being affected. We want to live a life that we are affecting, not being affected. I'm not being affected because some guy is better looking, or richer, or happier, or whatever. My life is okay. My life is wonderful. It's my, like we said, where is your emunah? Is the Creator designed it for you, for a purpose. I'm fine. Now, how are we going to find that inner peace? How are we going to find that? We're going to get rid of this void, this lack that we carry within ourselves. So the number one solution is to be aware of it. Now you know. Tomorrow morning you wake up. That's why we go through the prayers. Modani, Netila, life is beautiful. Thank you that you give me my soul back. He could keep it to himself and not give you back the soul. So, thank you give my soul back. What a beautiful life. I'm okay. Life is wonderful. Let's go, achieve as much as we can with peace, with shalom. The moment I wake up, and I feel lax, it sucks the energy, not only from me, from people around me also. And right away we look at other people, what they have and what we don't have, and that's the beginning of the evil eye. Remember, if you speak the language of evil eye, then you speak the language, you make the opening to it. But my life is perfect, Baruch Hashem, this guy has this, Baruch Hashem, that guy has that, this is his gift, this is his zuhud. So number one is to be aware. Don't fall for the lack and avoid. And my life, the solution is there. Whatever I think I'm lacking, whatever I think I has a void, there is a solution for it. There is a peaceful way to solve it. And I want to repeat, the solution comes within. Nothing from outside, nothing and nobody from outside would ever satisfy us. That's why they said you cannot teach anybody anything. You cannot force anybody to do anything unless it comes from the inside. When you go to a psychologist, he deal or she deal with our behavior, with our character. But that's why we keep going to psychologists for 10, 20, 30 years. There is no solution. Because they only deal with the behavior and the character. They cannot deal with our soul. So the problem is not the behavior, the problem is the soul. We have to bring peace to our soul. We have to bring shalom. We have to bring menucha. We have to bring fulfillment to our soul. And then the behavior and the character is going to change. So number one solution is to be aware. To be aware. There is a lot of chaos, there is a lot of lacks, there is a lot of voids, but I have to enjoy, appreciate my share, my portion, and don't let this lack and void to steal my day, steal my life, take away my energy. The second solution that the Torah tells us is the teva, is the ark. Ark in Hebrew is teva. Teva in Hebrew means letters, the Hebrew alphabet. The second solution is Hebrew alphabet. That's why we have the Torah, that's why we have the Zohar, that's why we have the Sidurim. Nothing gonna bring us peace and inner calm except the Hebrew letters. The Hebrew letters are the vessel that bring light from the Creator to us. I repeat, the Hebrew alphabet are the vessels that they carry energy, they carry blessing from the Creator, from the upper world to us. Why do you think we love Torah so much? Why do you think, we kiss the Siddur? Why do you think we hang Hebrew alphabet all around us? This is what's going to affect our soul. It's not going to affect our behavior and characters. Hebrew alphabet unconsciously is going to affect our soul. You remember the last portion of the Torah that we read has, Nader keeps saying, I used to say, I don't understand none of these words. And Nader used to say, it's not for you to understand. This language is for your soul, to bring your soul and harmony, to bring peace and harmony to your soul. So, how are we going to start? I'm going to summarize the class. How are we going to bring peace to ourselves with all this chaos out there, with all these challenges? And I'm not talking about being passive. We have to be very active. We have to be full of action. We have to achieve. We have to conquer the whole world, but with peace, with shalom, with chokhmah bina v'dat, with the wisdom, with the understanding of the Torah. The inner stillness, the inner peace is within us, but it's covered by klipa, it's covered by so much chaos in our head. So we have to remove the chaos, say it's okay, everything is beautiful, life is wonderful, I am where I'm supposed to be, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, I have all the gifts, I have all the whatever I need to fulfill this life. And I don't want to operate, I don't want to start my day, I don't want to live my life with lacks and loss and weakness, and I don't have this and I don't have that, with fears, insecurity. We don't want to live our life that way. Remember, the light is always with you. The fulfillment is within you. We just have to access to it. We have to ignite that inner peace. Yeah, so, and the last sentence that I want to share with you, we said before, we came here to build, not to destroy. We came here to this life to build, not to destroy. Build relationship, build happiness, build health, build good environment, build a kenisa, build a class, build a house, build a community. We are not here to, we didn't come here to destroy. I know we all have crazy challenges, you know, unspeakable challenges that it's so difficult. But we can only solve it with peace. We can only solve it with inner peace. You cannot fight darkness. It's a losing battle. You cannot fight darkness. We can only bring light to darkness. That's how we destroy it. And awareness, wisdom, chokhmah, unity, what we did today, and the Hebrew alphabet, the prayer, the Torah, and the Zohar, going to help us to achieve that. Thank you very much. I wish you good week, and Shabbat Shalom.